Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these hoovers.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan on first down. Being chased out left. And his first look is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on second and 10, it's Ryan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Corey Coleman back deep to return. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, here's Rodgers. To Barkley on the check down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Rodgers now to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. By Beasley. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Tuesday.
On on second down, here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's Coleman here, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for a... Forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's go, come on.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
319.
On play action, Rodgers steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Coleman now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Coleman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Mario Edwards in there to get him for his second sack of the night. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Malcolm Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 46 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here now come the Falcons. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Hey, gun. Wait.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Let him go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Hey, let's go. Left.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now Ryan on second down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kevin Coleman with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Reset. Hey, easy.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Perlman, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Wait. 20.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, let's go. Gun. Hey, express. Gun. Right. Hey, express. Space. Oh, wait, sit down.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
It's caught. Jones. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Malcolm Mitchell out of the University of Georgia was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Tuesday.
To throw again. Ryan. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
21. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We are going.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
22! 52! 49, check 49. 11. Hey, wait. 20, 21. Gotta go.
To throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
21.
This is Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
21.
Now Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 84 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37. Back now here on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Ryan. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Get 300.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 44 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Touchdown, Falcons! Tevin Coleman, 61 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New York set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Left! Left! 36! Look out!
On second down, here's Ryan. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Hey,
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Express! Hey, gun!
On first down, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan drops it off for Coleman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. Again, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Zoom. Yeah, Liz.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperate. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards.
Zoom.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
58.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas now to add the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, everybody, we'll see you next time.